After watching Bakugo literally tear a new one into the spawn of Satan himself, we finally reached the conclusion of All For One's journey. And in the way he goes out, you can say that it's actually pretty ironic. Because bro is basically moving like a big ass kid who wanted all the toys for himself and never wanted to share with anybody. And this over possessive and childish nature was ultimately his downfall. Which is kinda crazy because this nigga is like 200 years old. Also, what the fuck is this? This is one fugly ass baby. You know what? This kind of reminds me of that one Caleb City vine.
Oh, let me see the baby. Wanna hold him? No!
Like, bro, if you don't get this abomination away from me, cause you may think he's harmless now and you'd be dead wrong. Literally. Lucky for my goat, he wasn't going for none of that. Bro was literally trying to catch him lacking. I personally would have hit a field goal on the little nigga, but he faded out of existence. But ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the main event. Deku versus Shigaraki. History's greatest villain. Because unlike AFO, who just wanted to lord over the world, Shigaraki wants to see it all destroyed. Like, bruh, this is literally what happens when you give those cool pew-pew cataclysmic level abilities. And at this point, the only person standing in his way is Izuku Midoriya. So Shiggy straight up rushes Deku, trying to hit bro with that stiff arm. And he slices his hands off before fully putting the greedy grubbers on him. And that would have been a very close call had he not been able to swipe Danger Sense from him. And bro low-key would have gotten all the users had Danger Sense not come in clutch. And as you can see, all the users are shook. And low-key, so am I, cause how the fuck, Raph, this nigga's cheating. So now he's just dodging everything with literally no problem at all, as if he wasn't OP enough. And now you wanna give him Spidey senses too? Like, nah bro, I'm cool. Shiggy, do your stuff, man, I concede. So dude straight launches Deku all the way over to Mount Fuji, which was all on purpose because he plans to make it erupt. But my man Deku sees the play. He shoots out an air Delaware smash to not only blow away Shigaraki, but to destroy the ground below him in order to stop the decay effect. And even Shiggy gave bro some props, telling him that he's really like that. But it's just a temporary measure because bro can just keep touching the ground again and again and again. So Midoriya goes on offense for a little bit, using Smokescreen to block his vision, then using Black Whip to constantly set off Shiggy's Danger Sense, allowing him to get close enough to let off a clean hit. Deku charges up Fajin to go for another round, but Shiggy said this is not Bogo Tuesday, nigga, you cannot do that. Then they get to talking about how Deku still wants to save that little boy inside Shigaraki. And Shiggy's all like, man, that little nigga is gone. But if you really want to meet him, I'll give you a flash pass straight to the gulag. And his own grandma hears this, and she's like, man, if you don't quit yapping and kill that nigga already. Mommy Shimura legit said that bro's a lost cause. And it's like, is she wrong though? Why do you think these niggas was on timeout for the longest, bro? They agreed with her. But now they want to give bro the benefit of the doubt. Kudo understands that all Deku sees deep down is that no matter how arrogant or whether you have a quirk or not, is that everybody has a heart. Aww. And his needs to be ripped out of his chest, bro. Like, what the hell? I don't care about the explanation, bro. I'm not going for none of that. At the very least, I can say that bro is a genuine hero through and through. All I'm saying is that shit would not be me. Whatever Mommy Shimura says, I do, man. What more do you want from me? Now, obviously, for plot purposes, this has to be the way that this goes. But in a different world where Shiggy can't regenerate, I imagine that Deku would be on this same timing. But you just gotta laugh now and cry later, nigga, because this man needs to get smoked. Deku's trying to reach an alternate ego of Shigaraki that's buried so deep within himself that it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. That's also trying to kill you and destroy the entire world. Like, the stakes are so high and bro is trying to pull off the ultimate talk no jutsu. But Kudo takes a gamble on Deku's approach. And the gamble is letting Shigaraki take one for all so they can infiltrate his mind and save little Tenko. Which is honestly their only move because they realize that Shiggy is just too OP right now, bro. Like, just look at this man, bro. He's a straight demon. Kudo has a hunch that if Deku transfers him with enough force, it should keep Shigaraki from using his power. Which, I'ma keep it a buck, I don't really understand, but hey, go off. But even if Shigaraki is able to use gear shift, since it's in his recoil state right now, it'll put him in recoil instead of Deku. It took a little convincing, but now all of the users are on board. So now they're just waiting for Deku's okay. And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of feel for bro, man. This is a tough decision. He has to give away his most prized possession that he got from the man he reveres the most to his arch nemesis. But of course, Deku agrees and bro locks in. And even Shiggy's like, damn bro, you looking like a real demon right now. And that he is, bro. That man about to go crazy. The sheer amount of drive Deku has is insane. Bro literally can't even move his body for real due to the recoil. So he's using Black Whip to force himself to move, which is some real player shit, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, that's actually pretty hard. So now the game plan is to force One For All into Shigaraki, and at this point, he knows that Deku is up to some shit, he just can't prove it yet. So Deku goes on the offense again, using Smokescreen to get out of his sight, but Shiggy just shoots back to the ground. Before he can make it decay again, Deku lifts up a massive chunk of land from under him using the Black Whip. And what I'm learning is that you can't give this nigga any prep time at all. Bro is literally a master of thinking ahead. Giving this man as much as a piss break of time to think will surely fuck up your plans. Cause this man's been on one the whole fight, bro. The first time he stopped Shiggy's decay, he blew away the corrupted ground with an air Delaware smash, which was something that he had been prepping since when they were fighting over the water. And then with the Black Whip move he pulled just now, he had been planning that since bro got his ass octuple rock skipped across Japan to Mount Fuji. So now Deku has Smokescreen up, but the 6th user is mad worried because bro got filleted the last time he used Smokescreen due to Shiggy's search quirk. But someone tell Grandpa to calm down and take his mess because my man Izuku planned for that. Counting on Shiggy to use search, he sets out a decoy with the bait being the 2nd user. And by the time he realized he got played, it's too late. Shigaraki gets punched so hard in his stomach that I had to go and take a shit for him, America. After the 2nd successfully gets transferred to Shigaraki, we then get to see Deku and Shigaraki's memories start to blend together. And at first we get to see one of Shiggy's older memories pop up. Yeah, no, this nigga is playing a dangerous game, bro. He is on some extreme edge and shit, bro. He better be careful with his quirk, that's all I'm saying. The users realize that the plan is working, so Deku continues to transfer the rest of them. Deku goes for the Falcon Punch! But this time, the rest of the users get rejected because Shiggy is a little more on guard now. So you know what master plan Deku comes up with next? Punch him harder. See, not everything gotta be so complicated. So Deku runs it back and he's pulling up on Shiggy, literally dodging and maneuvering all of his defenses. Then Shiggy gets a flashback of his abusive dad, so he unleashes a crazy attack, but Deku swats it away like it's nothing and he says, again! Bro straight caves Shigaraki's chest in with the strength of a punch that's stored up over 9 generations. With that being said, all the users but one were able to successfully be transferred into Shigaraki, with the only outsider being none other than his own flesh and blood, Nana Shimura. And she says that the reason that she wasn't able to get into Club Jiggy Shiggy was because of her own weakness, whatever that may be. Probably got some guilt for how Tenko turned out. So now we're back on Deku and he gets to see Tenko or Shigaraki's memories play out in 4K. And he's in one of those dream walking situations that whatever happens to you in here is real. And although it isn't specified, the fact that Truck-kun had came out to put this nigga into an isekai spinoff is proof enough. So it's just Deku and Nana going through what they find out to be Shigaraki's origin. And this shit is a horrible one. Damn! Hold up. I know y'all see that form now. I know I be giving shit to Deku for wanting to save Tenko, but in all seriousness, this man truly has some Jesus level patience, bruh. Slamming at my mans would have been an automatic death penalty. So shout out to bro for sticking to his morals and shit. We are finally reaching towards the beginning of the end, bruh, and it is bittersweet. I'm definitely gonna miss this show. But hey, appreciate y'all for watching, man. Love y'all. Peace.